Hello friends, how are you? This might be the last installment of my CRUD operations with JavaScript. So, and we are remaining with that edit video, right? So we need to show the way where we can edit one one entry or one particular details of an user. Okay, so in order to do so, we first need to add some user over here. So let me do that first. I'm adding some user for reality sake. Might take some time. I should have done it already, but I forgot about that. So just bear with me for some moment. So yeah, so here I'm getting 3 user, okay, in the list. So we have already gone through this entire thing already, like we have been using this user list to push all the user details, and then we have been creating we have been doing a trick where we are putting all this user details into another array called user details array, and we were iterating or we were displaying this user details array with the help of a table, right? And I have also shown you that this table was going to be inside a separate function, and we are going to call that function wherever and wherever we need it, and it was working fine so far. So today we are going to do our task is to create a button over here. So first we need to do that, so we will go step by step. So first we need to create a button over here. We need to add some button over here. So in order to do so, what we are going to do is we are going to add a button HTML over here, okay, and I'm going to provide edit user. This function would be there, and let me just giving a slash over here. It might look like a edit button or pencil button maybe, so just imagine that. And I am giving info. Blue color button would appear over here, okay, and I have been passing this index into this edit user as well. Why? Because what I want to do, that whenever I click on this edit button, I must show the user details over here in this form itself, and I'm going to change the value of this of that particular user over here in this field only. And when I click off another button, I may add another button over here called update user or sort of that. Whenever I'm going to click that button, it's going to change the details or the email ID or the username of that particular user, and that's going to appear over here in the table. So that was my primary thought, or I have developed that algorithm in my mind. So let us check now if we can do that right here. Okay, that's why I have created this, means I just put this edit user function, and I am passing a index within as a argument. So let me create this function over here, and I'm not just going to call index like this, okay. So now what I'm going to do, so since I have this index, so what I'm going to do, I am going to pick that particular user details that matches the index itself. So how would I do that? So let me check if it works, if that trick works over here. So I have this data in this user list, so I'm going to iterate this user list another time, and I'm going to call a function within it. Let's say use lm, and right now what I'm going to do, I am passing this index as well. Okay, so here let me change this thing, yeah, row num. Okay, so I'm going to check, I'm going to obviously check whether I'm getting the right index over here or not. It should send the index as an argument into this function, right? So I'm gonna get that index or that row number, so that's why I put row num over here. Okay, so so that idea is very easy. If this row num is similar to this index, I'm going to console this element, and let me see if we get that what do I say, that index of this particular user or not. Okay, it will take some time, so that's why I'm just going to get arbitrary. Let me open the console over here, and if I click on it, so it should be 1, right? If I click on it, okay, the value is showing 1, and on line number 68 we get Sanjeev and this value, right? So it's working fine. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this thing, okay, and I am going to put since it's user, so in this we have we have username anyway. We have this object already in our awareness, so we put username, and similarly we're going to put this email, right? It is email over here, yeah, and value equal to user email. Okay, so let us see whether if I do this. So according to this code or logic, whatever that username or user email I'm going to get in the click of this edit user, that should reflect on this form itself, right? That the logic is just like that. So let's try it, and let's find out if it is working. Okay, Raji, Sandeep, and let me click on Rajiv. Wow, let me click on Sandeep. Yeah, so form is this value is appearing on the form. Now our task is to just change this data from here, and we need to have a button, right? Whenever we click that button, another event will occur, and this data should be updated, right? So let us see whether how can we do that. So So we cannot do something over here, right? Because we don't have any event, so we obviously need to add a button, and that button should be added into the into this form. Okay, so let's go add this one. Okay, update user. So anyway means whenever you are going to do any programming and whatever you are going to do, so that edit is the most trickier or hardest part actually, because you need to have take lots of scenario into your consideration. So that's going to be very tricky, or can be very hard as well, because you need to retain that the similar state. You are going to update the state itself, and you are going to push, or you are going to send that, right? So it itself hard way, or it is very difficult to take the scenario or replicate, means create the scenario or usability. So that is why I kept this edit for the last. In update user, I need to have the same row num, right? Same index over here. So how I'm going to pass that? I cannot pass it from here. And update user, this function is entirely exclusive, right? It's not included into this edit function, and it's getting triggered from this HTML itself. So how I'm gonna get this row num or this index? So my take was that when I'm sending this row num, I'm going to put this row num into a global variable. So let me declare a global variable over here, and let me call it identifier. Okay, let me copy it, and let me do it like this. Okay, and I can put identifier over here. I can check this index with this identifier because it's going to give me the similar result, or I could have kept it same, but I just did that. So you can just keep it like this as well. It's not going to give you any problem. Okay, but I can use this identifier over here. And my next job is to get the value whatever I'm going to change on a particular user details, and put that into this array on user list as well as in these user details. So how am I gonna do that? I'm gonna copy it once again. I'm going to create two variable uname, and I'm going to create another variable called UML, and obviously these two variable won't be there. So whenever I click this update user, the value what I'm going to provide on this form is going to update, or it is going to assign into this uname and UML. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna call this user list. I will iterate it once again because I have to do the same operation, because I need to find out which row I'm going to work on, or which row is going to be updated, right? So I'm going to like write a function over here, and again I'm going to do the same things. Okay, and then I'm going to check if this identifier and index, this index are same. I'm simply gonna update that particular username with this uname, and I'm going to update user email with uemail. Okay, and since I'm taking all the I'm creating that entire HTML into this user details array, so I need to do it over here as well on the index ones, right? So if I had been using I, means a for loop, I could have used the I itself. So instead of I can write index, instead of I can write j, right? It's just an identifier. It's not that I need to use index, I need to write I only. It's these are not any mandatory variable you need to take. You can take whatever you please, but sake of understanding or sake of using it well, we are going I'm taking index. Sometime I can take this row num identifier. These are the selection of variable in by which you can I understand the code for better. And one thing I always encourage you people to do documentation, what you are doing, and what the logic you have been thinking to do. So if you can, then you can explain your thought, your activities over here. For this is a mature level of coding you can do, so that your peer, your colleague, or somebody who are going to take over your place in future when you are getting promotion, and or you are getting some good project, then in that case this documentation would help the next resource who are going to work on that, or the support personnel who is going to work on that. And believe me, your manager would be very happy with you, because you have done the documentation, and that is a sign of a mature programmer, right? So you just explain whatever you have done in your way. You don't have to provide KT even to that junior resource or the next resource who is going to work on that. This documentation will be sufficient, right? Anyway, so I need to copy this entire thing actually and put it over here. So you see this this string literal is very handy, right? Okay, and yeah, we have index, so it will work the same. Better we are going to provide identifier for the safer side. And next we are going to call this function, because after updating we need to show the table itself, right? So let us see whether this code works or not. I think everything is in order, so let's check whether it works. So let me put Rajiv, user Sanjeev, add user Sanjay. I don't know where I'm getting this name from. Just it's coming into my mind automatically. And yeah, let me give this as well. Now let us click the show user. Yeah, we have plenty of user with us, around 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 5 users are there with us. And let us click one of them, Sanjay. Let us fix his name. Yeah, Sanjay has come, so I'm going to put this on Sanjay, and I'm changing this Yahoo. So Sanjay. Okay, let it be. So here it is Sanjay, and now I'm going to, and I have modified it to Sanjay, and Gmail had been changed to Yahoo. So let me click on update user. So what do you think what it is going to be? It may give me some error, or it will work as we wanted to work on. Wow. So Sanjay, let's see, let's check. I haven't checked this one before. So Sanjay, wow, this value is getting changed. Sammy, let's make it Sammy, make it Jimmy, and readymail.com, Jimmy, readymail.com. It's great, right? The thing is working, and we have done this edit user gracefully, right? So that's all on this video. So I hope you like this video and you learned something from this video. And if you like this video and if you learned something from this video, then please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, so please subscribe my channel. Next time I will be coming with some good stuff like API calling, Ajax calling, or how we can call external APIs or do something like that. So until then, keep practicing.